And the limitations of that page, because after all, you stand in front of the ocean and you see the ocean, you see the horizon, and you see forever. You can look up and down, and you look at your feet in the sand. But as a photographer, as a painter, all you have is that one rectangle, whether it's 8 by 10 inches, 4 by 6 inches, or even 5 feet by 10 feet. It's still limited. And the limitations of a medium is the springboard to the creative possibilities within it. It's not a, rather than it being a problem, it gives you the stance from which you can begin to make your statement. So very oftentimes we dream of what we want to say, but until we put the pen to the paper, until we start putting the pictures, clicking the shutter, and getting images, it's simply a dream or a fantasy. But it only gains a reality of its own when we step into the limitations of the particular medium that we're using. A certain number of words, sentences, tones. And this is threatening. This is threatening because when there's nothing to contain it, we can imagine just, oh, it'll just be something wondrous. But the minute we begin to put it on a piece of paper, suddenly we are faced with certain limitation of that piece of paper, the words on it, the ink, the tones of a photographic paper, and so on and so forth. And yet, it's those very limitations that give life to the writer, to the poet, to the photographer. It's those limitations from which the message gains a life of its own. And the joy when you find a series of tones and images on a piece of paper, or words and phrases, that begin to express something that was so deeply felt, and better yet, begin to express things you didn't even know you felt, you didn't even think of. So those very limitations are, in a sense, liberating the dream.